November 2025 meeting of the Cemetery Committee for the town of East Tavern will come to order. And minutes.
Oh no, she gave you the whole list of the pile of schedule.
Oh, yeah, you need a schedule. You need a schedule.
Thank you.
You need a schedule. Where are the minutes?
You didn't get, you got that instead of minutes.
Yep.
Minutes?
Yep.
Okay.
There's an extra agenda at the back of them.
Just in case you missed
Okay.
the top one.
I move that we accept.
Minutes.
Do we accept minutes as they are?
Yes.
I'll
For a
second
I gotta do a quick run through
that.
here
Take your time.
to make sure.
I read them online.
Yeah, but I couldn't open them up. I already told you. It looks. Oh my God, did we talk this much?
Yeah, we did.
That was one of our long meetings, Carl.
You're right.
Yeah, 45 minutes.
Vacancy. Oh, look, did you see the letter there that was left?
Communications.
Yeah, about Phil Barlow. Okay, does anybody have any additions or corrections
No, I'm good.
to minutes? Okay, all in favor?
Right.
Opposed? So moved. Next. These,
Communications.
yes, the letter about Mr.
We have a letter dated November 6th from Irene Haynes, former first selectman, stating that they appointed Mr. Barlow to, as a regular member on November 5th. His term expires June 30th, 2027. We did send him an agenda for tonight's meeting. He was unable to come. He did reply. I need to work on copying the materials, because obviously we can't just transfer riches, because that would have destroyed the fathers. And I haven't had time to do that yet.
Okay.
I'll work on getting him a packet. And the other item under communications is the
Workshop.
FOI workshop.
On the 22nd, well, I'm probably not gonna be here.
That's not mandatory, is it?
No,
It's a Monday.
but I'm pleased to see it's being kept up. It was a tradition I did for the 20 years I was clerk, because
Carl,
every
is that
municipal cycle I
a stack
would
of
Yeah.
train.
them?
I had,
You
I-
did the last
I-
one
yeah.
for me.
Are there others?
I had to go.
Yeah.
Oh, can you?
Yeah.
Thank you for your support.
Information
I always recommend them.
information.
Yes, well, that's good to know because I've got I got 4 new members on planning and zoning. They should all go.
This was the-
And that's all, those 2 items was it for communications. So can we move on to veterans, and Irma can have the floor?
Sure,
Yes.
you're on.
You're up, Irma.
What am I supposed to talk about? We brought a bunch of stones here yesterday, put them in the basement. Quite a few stones. I got my, let's see, I'll tell you what we have.
Stones to work on over the winter.
Yeah, we got a bunch of guys down there at the second burial yard, and we brought them all up. We had a total of, I can't remember what we had.
I think 11.
Huh?
I think Don told me 11.
Yeah, 11 or 12.
And 28 pieces.
Yep. Lots of little pieces.
11 stones and 28 pieces.
Wow.
Yeah, labeled, and the spaces where they came from in the cemetery have placards put there so we know exactly where they go when we bring them back. We've always done that. Put a little stick with a plastic name tag on it. We still got a few over in Bashan because the stones are destroyed, and so I would like to have replacements made, and I do have a guy that can carve them for me. I just gotta get together with him. He's in Bristol. He's a stone carver. So, you know, I don't know what that's gonna cost.
In Bristol.
Yeah, Mike Angiopola. He's a stone carver. He does mostly granite stones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but he can get the brownstone. I think he can get the marble, and you know, I just got to give him the dimensions and whatever the information.
And then find out the cost.
Yeah, I know. Not cheap. I was gonna pay for it myself. You know, it's something that drives me nuts. I can't stand seeing, you know, a stone that's crumbs, you know, just laying there. It drives me nuts. So I'll pay for it myself, and maybe if I'm lucky, you know, maybe I'll get reimbursed by the Riverview Cemetery Association. Maybe, I doubt it, but that's not the point. You know, people should be remembered. That's a winter project.
There's a situation between the person who gave you difficulty
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
going
call
down
lower.
there to
Your
work.
hand.
In the second yard,
Yeah.
nobody's given us any grief
Well,
whatsoever.
somebody got grief for going down there. Or
Oh,
can't
I
remember
didn't hear
who
about
it
that.
was.
Public, it was part of the facilities report.
Oh,
And it's, I was gonna report under facilities on that. Are you done?
Yeah.
With that? Just, from the minutes, we talked about this at the last time. I went to town hall and researched the deed for, second yard. And there is absolutely nothing in their deed. The cemetery is clearly on the property. The property is presently owned by an entity called 55A Backwards LLC.
A backwards?
Which,
Really?
or it was that sold it to the Ray of Light Farm. The deed was dated,
well,
December 5th, 2014. And the property description is here.
where did that entity
Oh, I
get?
didn't look at this covenant. I probably should look at that. Warranty deed from Alibi to Talisman Incorporated, June of 1999. But this just says that it's a town-owned cemetery, and has been since 1900. There's just no specs on it. There's a little, it's on the map, it's something, but there's nothing that gives a right-of-way. There's nothing that identifies it as us. There is not a deed that exists to it. It's identified as parcel number, map 19, lot 17. There isn't a volume per page. It's just a cemetery that's existed for however long. I know there's the laid out date, I don't have it in front of me.
Yeah.
But
Back in the
some,
Early
as the
1700s.
story goes, they were driving by to bury the first boy, couldn't get to where they were going, so they buried him on the side of the road, and thus it was formed without ever being established as a cemetery, and it evolved from there.
That was a
So-
public road, but when did it cease being a public road?
Right, but,
That's the question.
so it would probably be worthy to try and have some discussion with the Ray of Light Farm people as to, what their vision would be for that cemetery.
Well, that's what we need to have a right-of-way
What do you mean?
talk with every one of the cemeteries that we
Right.
have
Right.
landlocked like.
But we just finished the Three Bridges one, so now I think we can make this one the next priority is to, but,
Well, if the town owns it, then they don't really have much claim to it, except that they own everything around it.
it's not mentioned in their deed, and we have it listed as a town-owned cemetery without a deed to it. So
Yeah.
if we don't have a deed to it, and it's just, it's a question of what do the owners want to see happen, what do we want to see happen, and, find out where we're on the
Yeah.
same page, and
Did
I
you-
don't know the answer to that.
Did you get back to the deeds when it was Breslau's Resort?
I just took the current owner, I didn't search it all back to the beginning. I just took the current deed and read the Schedule A that doesn't say anything about it having a cemetery in it.
Yeah, I'm just thinking though that when it went from being owned by Breslau's, as Breslau's Resort, to the present owner, something got lost in the deeds.
When was that resort there? Or when did it cease?
All right, I remember the Breslau's.
Well,
Remember,
after
I-
that must have been when the Emis had their stable.
Yeah,
I was gonna
right.
say, yeah, it would be the EMI's
Yeah,
next.
but it was, before that, it was a resort run by the Breslau family.
I don't remember.
Deb,
Mm-hmm.
is it owned by Ray of Light Farm or is it owned by the LLC?
It's owned by,
Probably.
the LLC conveyed it to the Ray of Light Farm Inc. And then I think the Ray of Light Farm Inc., I think may be a 501c3,
And that was in 2014.
2014. That was the latest deed information. So, But that goes to the question, Carl, you were saying about that. So the question is do we want to try and have a discussion with Ray of Light as to what their vision is on it, what our concerns on it? Do we want to do it by correspondence? Do we want to, I don't know exactly. We just need to have a way to have a defined access to it and a defined right-of-way to it.
Yes.
That's,
We need to-
as
Yeah,
I
mean, the easiest is
see
to
it,
go
what
in
we're looking
now,
for.
but would it behoove us, and I know we were talking about it at the last meeting, if we come up through Cold Spring Farm, isn't that what it's called? That,
Rose Farm. I think it's Rose Farm.
yeah, Rose Farm, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Rose
but that,
Farm.
that doesn't.
It involves
solve
wetland
the
crossings,
right-
you can have a walking right-of-way through that.
Is there-
Or there already, I think, is from over there, but
What
you're
was
not
the-
gonna get,
But there is
equipment.
wetlands back there? I know
Yeah,
it-
there's a crossing.
To the south, there is.
yeah, there's a bridge to walk.
Okay.
It's a nice walk.
Yeah, I knew it, but it's been a long time since, but I didn't know if there was another way that you didn't have to go through the wetlands.
Might be a question for
Could we invite
use
them to
for
come
me.
to our?
I'm just going by what I walked over.
Yeah.
Should we invite them to our February meeting?
Invite Ray of Light Farm.
Bonnie particularly.
I think we should just go talk to them.
I think we should maybe talk to them on.
Can
Yeah, they're very, you
do
know.
you have the volume and page number of as far
I
back as you
I
can?
know her, but.
I didn't go far, I just took the
Very
research
nice
to look at what.
Okay, what is it?
Yeah.
974,
But don't
page
we
Wait a
have
42.
minute,
Don't we have to do this in an
974.
official
And page 42.
Not right away.
Page
Not the first
42.
meeting.
But if you go back to 2000, it was at volume 484 at
Wait a minute,
319.
484,
484, page 319.
319.
It was then owned by JJB Properties LLC.
What was the date, do you remember?
August 21st of 2000.
What was that? August, what date? 21st?
21st, volume 484 at page 319. Probably can look at this if you want.
Well, that's all right. I just, if I'm going to have time, I would go over and try and trace back further.
And I don't know if after a certain part of the season, because they're not open daily, that is when you find people live there. And I don't know.
Where, oh, no, I'm talking about doing a land research here
Larry, could I see that?
Oh, yeah.
in the land records.
Right, but I just, maybe we should start with a chat with land use first.
What do you want to do?
I know, I'm not sure where to start the process for discussion. And, you know, I'd kind of like to find out, to gauge where Rayalite Farm is with it. But I also don't know what we're asking for, other than we need to have a defined access in the deed. Because if Ray of Light Farm becomes a different entity or does something down the road, they've been great allowing access, but it doesn't guarantee access.
We're going to talk to land use next week. I have to go to the office anyway.
I will try to get and see how far back hopefully I can get as far back as the Breslau's resort
I could have gone farther, I just didn't see
in
a
the
need
deeds
to.
to see. Because a lot of times these things are there and then
They just get dropped.
they get left out.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what happened with, like, Warner Cemetery.
Yeah.
It was there and then they conveyed it, but they specifically said, accepting therefrom, that they acknowledged they didn't want the cemetery. This
Right.
didn't mention that.
Well, we didn't go back far enough.
So I'm gonna kind of call that a facilities update, since we don't have facilities here, and that moves us to old business.
Okay.
Is a quick thing, we still don't know where Mark Phillips' stone is.
No.
Who's Mark Phillips?
I did a story about him. This stone is up near the
Near the
southern
road.
entrance, just before you get to the new section.
Mount
Yeah.
There's a
Parnassus.
little stone there was broken.
Okay,
We have pictures of it when it wasn't broken.
so is it a marble tablet? What is it?
Yeah, a small marble
Yeah.
one that was cemented into the ground.
Only that.
Oh, okay.
A piece of it that has Mark and part of the date on it is missing.
Oh, all right.
It went sort of missing the time when everybody was there in the cemetery cleaning stones, and I'm wondering if they picked up a piece and used it as a,
There's one leaning against the tree down by the stone wall, in the front of the cemetery.
this piece is probably only about this big,
Okay.
small. We'll find it someday.
Someday.
The Spencer stones are still located in the basement for safekeeping until
We find them alone.
SAR decides what they wish to do with them. Fencing at Bashan is still on the wish list, as is a gate for Warner and Three Bridges Gate, and hopefully some of those might be able to be tagged with a grant. Generally in the spring
I
is when
would-
they open that up.
Yeah, I would think the Three Bridges one is rather important because you can't really get equipment in there until the road gate is moved and a new entrance is made.
And if leaving it under old business, it's also as the 2026-27 budget gets prepared, those are items that could be put on it that perhaps could be a grant, but, you know, perhaps could be funded.
When is the next granting period?
Sorry,
The next granting period?
generally it's around April. They kind of have to decide if they're going to release funds or not this year. You never know till it's time.
The budget process, though, is going to start up soon.
Yes. Yes. They're looking for a flat budget. Just discuss the estimate. Apparently I didn't make a number 7. So,
Well, that would be the additional cemetery space, maybe.
I guess that could go. We still need to write one. I haven't tried. But I do think we need to put something down.
For,
We're just gonna write something up, some kind of blurb as to document why we need it, whether it's expansion at Mount Parnassus, that there's, you know, what cemetery space we have, what's been closed and since when. It's just a research kind of thing that I really haven't had the time to.
we have no more space. We need more space.
Yeah.
We have no one, if you don't own anything, you can't get buried.
And, yeah, we did have space until the last plot at Bashan was used. And then after that, the whole issue got dropped. nice row there of all those people that.
When was that?
I think the last person to be buried there is Frank Chin.
70s. He was the mafia.
Yeah,
Well, 70s.
He's in the front.
depends whose side you're on.
Yeah. Okay.
Isn't he in the front?
Yeah, that front row.
Yeah.
That was all the indigent people that
Yeah.
were under town care. And at that time, they had them in Chestell and in White House, convalescent homes, and the town was literally taking care of these people. And then all of a sudden, that whole process disappeared. I don't know why.
So if that moves us along to number 8, which was cemetery ordinance, rules, procedures, and bylaws. We drafted those last week, or last month, whatever, last meeting. And it was just before I went away, I went to the Smoky Mountains. But I drafted a memo to go to the first selectman, and I sent it to Carl as chair to sign, and I don't think you did that.
I don't remember getting this on.
Did you send it by email?
Yeah,
It
probably never got to me.
that was the letter, because I reprinted it and put your dates on it.
I sent it to you on October 23rd.
So, how many copies do you want signed?
Just one.
Just one?
You can have the committee review it if you like.
Are there extra copies?
It was just asking for 2 other alternates. And we weren't going to, once we got that, we'd have to change the bylaws and procedures to reflect that. So this
There you
was
go.
first step.
Oops. That's my copy,
Yeah, no, but I'll read it
young
first.
man. Do you need a copy of what I suppose to sign? That's this. Oh, here it is, right here. You can keep that one. Cemetery. This is the same. Same thing. You keep that. I've got it here. Okay, next,
Calendar 2026.
those, do you have, has everybody got one of those?
Just so everyone can have the dates.
These are the third
Third.
Thursdays.
You want to keep the meeting in December? Are we going to keep it this year? The 18th, I think you guys were.
We never
We
had.
canceled it in the minutes of the last meeting.
Okay, that's what I thought.
We'll be too busy. Who knows? I think we took it off last year.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, somebody make a motion that this be accepted?
I don't remember, did we approve it last month? I was just, or was I just being ahead of the game? I don't remember, I know we talked
I
about
We can
it.
always accept it again.
I think we did.
I don't want to accept it twice. I prepare the calendar for adoption, so let's adopt it. I'll make a motion to approve the 2026 calendar as presented.
So moved.
A second? Second?
Second.
Second. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
Those are the dates. And then, finding additional cemetery space, I think we probably need a little more options for that, because I think not just saying, okay, we have an appraisal and a whatever for the Mount Parnassus one. I do think we need to probably talk with land use and see if we have some town-owned parcels that could be appropriate, that do not have restrictions on them that would preclude that.
Does
So-
anybody have a list of those?
Yeah, we do. We already did that. Planning and zoning did it a number of years ago. And I thought you and I had passed it on to this commission.
I don't remember getting it.
Okay, I'll make sure we get it, because we already did all that.
But just to have that discussion on parcels we could look at, and then maybe we could come in and put some dollars
Yeah.
to it and bring it forward to selectmen or whoever that says, these are the different options. We have scenario A, B, and C. Maybe we need to go to a public hearing and see what the people think. we
What do they want for the back half of that cemetery?
180,000 was for the full piece. We dumped, it was 5 acres. 5
5
acres.
acres. We'll take care of a lot of, many years.
No, I think it might have been 78 for 5 acres and 100 for 10.
It was,
I forget what it was.
78 sticks in my head.
78 was one price, and that was the
This is
right of way,
all
I
about
think, at 2 acres. And then I thought it was, we wanted the full size. Maybe the full size was more, which was the right of way.
So you gotta have a right of way.
Right.
This is the Mount Parnassus.
Well,
We require that much land preparation. This is mostly
field now.
fields, yeah.
Okay.
So that means more. So you're gonna have that list? You can
Yeah.
bring it next Tuesday.
What's that?
You can bring it next Tuesday.
Well, what's next Tuesday?
The Historical Society.
Oh, yeah.
We're probably not gonna meet in that.
We had no
It's 2 days.
audience of citizens.
Oh, I have something. We are putting together a committee to work on the celebration of the 250th anniversary of America. I can't remember the big long name for it. And we're inviting anybody who is interested in participating or any ideas.
For a what, a committee or something?
We've got a couple of people on the committee, and we are looking for anyone else interested in working on that.
How many people do you have?
5,
5? Okay.
Where is it spearheading from?
the Historical
Historical
Society.
Society.
So have you had any meetings yet?
Yes, we had one today, which was more official than the previous 2 that we had months and months ago. So, we did the Historical Society has put together a few activities already, and
And this will be for this July?
it will be throughout the entire year.
Yeah,
Yep.
I've already
That's a
agreed
year.
to do 2 or 3 talks.
Yeah, Carl and I are
His-
going to do
History talks.
But there are other activities that we brainstormed about, and we're looking for other people interested in celebrating. So if you know anybody, you can either contact me or Pam at the Historical Society.
Not easy. It's not easy to do that. I know my chapter, the DAR chapter, it was such a lot of work, and so we decided to just join other groups and celebrate with them, whatever they're doing in their towns or whatever, because we're kind of spread all over the place. And so one of our members in the chapter asked us, well, what are we going to do for the 250th? Well, we didn't know what to do, and it's a lot of work, and everybody works and whatnot, and so we just decided to join other groups, other DAR chapters or whatever. So, I mean, it might be a place to start, is to ask the DAR chapters what they're going to be doing.
And back in,
Anybody that wants to, come and do something for East Haddam.
Yeah.
back in 1976, when we did the centennial.
Bicentennial.
Bicentennial. The DAR was involved,
Yep.
The
Oh, they
Sons of
made
the
a big
Ameri-
contribution to the scholarship fund.
Yeah, Sons of the American Revolution got involved.
Yep,
A lot of these groups did,
yeah.
but we had to ask them, you know,
Mm.
to become involved.
Well, we're going to put something in the paper that we're doing this, and anybody who wants to contribute can come and contribute. I'm getting the ball rolling. We're already 6 months late.
Yeah.
It's creeping up fast. Yeah.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Thank you for coming, Irma.
Yep, Irma, what's the